So for the material, I used this organic cotton yarn. This is pure cotton and it's a medium weight yarn. With the medium weight yarn, I'm going to use 4mm crochet hook. And by the way guys, I'll be changing my YouTube channel name to Bayauko. Bayauko is my brand, so if you see the change, please don't be worried. I'm still the one, Joanne, behind this. So yeah, and this ball is 50 grams, 125 meters. For size small to medium, I used 3 balls of this, so that's like 375 meters of yarn. And you need scissor, you need tape measure, you need darning needle to weave in your ends. Let's get started. Start by making a slip knot and always leave a long tail to help you weave in your ends. This is the tail. And then start by chaining 3. 1, 2, 3. And then single crochet in the second chain from the hook. And then 1 double crochet in the last stitch. So in this row, you only have 2 stitches, 1 single crochet as a starting stitch and then 1 double crochet as an ending stitch. For row 2, chain 1 and turn, and then we're going to start increasing our work. So where you have the double crochet, you're going to place a single crochet as the first stitch, and where you have the single crochet, you're supposed to end with a double crochet stitch. So we're going to do an increase here, a soft increase. So place your first single crochet over here, and then to make an increase, we're going to make 3 stitches over here. So this single crochet is your first stitch, and then place a second stitch, which is a double crochet, which is a double crochet, and then place the third stitch, which is a single crochet stitch. So now you have 3 stitches over here and you have made an increase. And then to complete it off, where you have the single crochet, you're just going to place 1 double crochet. So what we've done over here, we've only increased on one side. To start off the next row, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. And then we are also going to increase over here. We are still doing the soft increase. We're not increasing too fast. So where you have the double crochet in the first stitch, place a single crochet followed by a double crochet in the same stitch, and then followed by a single crochet in the same stitch, like that, to form an increase. And then where you have the single, so for this pattern, where you have the single crochet, you're supposed to place a double crochet. Where you have a double crochet, you're supposed to place a single crochet. So here we have a single crochet, so you're supposed to place a double crochet stitch over there. In the next stitch, you have a single crochet, a double crochet, so place a single crochet stitch. And then in the last stitch, which is a single crochet, you're supposed to place a double crochet, like that. So up to here, the reason why we are calling it a soft increase is because we are only increasing on one side. So once you have this, it's not folded, it's like this. So now on the 4th row, and for the rest of the rows, we are going to do a fast increase. And to do that, you're supposed to chain 1 and turn. And where you have the double crochet stitch, you're supposed to start by making a single crochet stitch. And then because it's at the starting point, we are forming an increase. So we are going to place another double crochet in the same stitch, and then another single crochet in the same stitch to form an increase. And then in the next stitch, we have a single crochet, so that means you're supposed to place a double crochet stitch. It's a double crochet stitch over there. In the next stitch, we have a double crochet, so you're supposed to place a single crochet. In the next is a single crochet, so now place a double crochet. In the next stitch is a double crochet, place a single crochet. In the last stitch you have a single crochet, so you're supposed to place a double crochet. And also we're going to form an increase here by placing 3 stitches, so it's a double crochet followed by a single crochet and then end it with a double crochet. So here's another trick. Always at the beginning of your row you should always start with a single crochet, and at the end of the row you should always end with a double crochet. So now at this point we have made a first increase because we've placed 3 stitches at the starting point and 3 stitches at the end. Let's repeat this one more time. Chain 1 and turn, and now you have a double crochet as the starting here, so you're going to place a single crochet. And because it's an increase, we're going to place another double crochet in the same stitch, followed by single crochet again for a total of 3 stitches. We have made an increase. The next stitch is a single crochet, so now place a double crochet over there. In the next stitch, place single crochet. In the next stitch, place a double crochet. So whenever you have a single crochet, you place a double crochet. Whenever you have a double crochet, you place a single crochet. It's as simple as that. So the reason why we were forming a soft increase for the first three rows, it's because to avoid our work folding on this upper part. And the reason why we are forming a first increase is to enable you cover your bust quite well. So in the last stitch, which is a single crochet, we are going to place a double crochet, and we are also going to form an increase by placing single crochet again and then another double crochet again. So now go ahead and apply the same technique to increase your work, and I'm going to show you once I have my desired coverage and show you what to do next. So I have done the first increase, and from here to here at least it's 25 inches, and my underbust I'm working with 28 inches. So from this point now we're going to start working straight. So the trick is, if you feel that from here to here you already have at least 3 inches less or 4 inches less from your actual underbust, then you can start working in straight line going down. But if you feel that at least you've already covered your fuller bust at least, but you still feel like you need, especially if you're size large, you still feel that you need to add on the sides, then don't worry, you can just cut off your yarn and then start chaining from that side. You attach your yarn and then also make another chain, and then you start working in straight line. So now to work in straight line, chain 1 and turn. So there's no increase, that's the only thing that is changing. So in the first double crochet, place your single crochet. In the next stitch where you have a single crochet, place a double crochet, and you're going to repeat this until the end of the row. So the only thing changing with the pattern, there's no increase, the rest of the technique is constant. So I'm at the end of the row, and we're going to finish it off by making a double crochet. Sorry, remember the trick of always at the starting point it will always be a single crochet, and then at the ending it should always be a double crochet. So once you're done with the row, chain 1 and turn. Still you're working in straight line, so where you have the double crochet, place your first single crochet and then keep on alternating the stitches. So I went ahead and worked in straight line, and this is what I have so far. So but if you need to make your top longer, you can actually still go ahead and increase the length, still working in straight line. And at this point, my underbust is 28 inches, and from this side to this side it's 24 inches, so I have left 4 inches to help me create the loops on the side, so that, yeah, for it to fit perfectly well on my body. And also please take note that this tip over here will rest on like the cleavage area, not up above, just around the cleavage area. So the next thing we're going to do is to fix the ribbing on the side. And so this ribbing is also important because it's going to determine your size. So depending on your size, it will determine how much chain you're going to chain for the ribbing. Yeah, so now let's work on the ribbing part. So to work on the ribbing on the side, you're going to attach your yarn here at the starting point. Remember, it's still going to be in straight line. So I'm going to use single crochet technique to attach my yarn. Then make a single crochet in the next stitch like that and tighten it. So now I'm going to chain 10, but the number of chain stitches that you're going to start with will depend with the size that you need for your ribbing. For me, it's going to be approximately 2 inches. Okay, so I'll chain 10. Remember to chain loosely because you're going to go through the back loop. So now I have 10 chain stitches. And then in the second chain from the hook through the back loop, you're going to make your first single crochet. I don't know if it's just me, but the first stitch, when I go through it through the back loop, it's always challenging for me. Okay, so make your first single crochet, and then for the rest of the stitches, just through the back loop, make one single crochet in each and every stitch. I have 9 stitches now, and then now we're going to attach this in the first row, which is this one over here. So attach it using a single crochet to complete it like that. So at this point you should be having something like this. To start off the next row, you're going to make a slip stitch in the next row and then turn your work towards the inner part. It's important for you to be consistent with how you turn your work, very important. And now through the back loop in the first stitch, you're going to make a single crochet. Remember, we are only working through the back loop, and then single crochet in each and every stitch through the back loop. And then in the last stitch, it's the only time you are going to go through both loops. So the reason why we are doing this is to maintain your edges quite well, like that. To start off row 3, you're going to chain 1 and turn, and in the first stitch you're going to go through both loops and make a single crochet. And then for the rest of the stitches, you're going to go through the back loop and make one single crochet in each and every stitch. So in the 9th stitch, also go through the back loop. So it's important for you to count your stitches so that you don't miss any. So once you're done with your final stitch, you're going to make a slip stitch in the next row. Remember, we've already worked on this. So the next row is this one. Make a single crochet, to attach it. And then to start off the next row, you are going to make a slip stitch in the next row like that, and then turn your work. And then through on the back loop, you're going to make your first single crochet there, and then single crochet in each and every stitch. And then in the last row, don't forget to work through the both loops. To start off the next row, it's a chain 1, turn. In the first stitch, you need to go through the both loops and then through the back loop, and then when you get here in the next stitch, you're going to make a single crochet to attach it. To start off the next row, slip stitch into the next row, and then keep on building this. So you'll be able to do this ribbing from here up to here, and then I'm going to show you what to do next. So I'm done ribbing one side, and this is how it looks like. This is the wrong side, this is the right side. So what I'm going to do is, once you've reached the peak over here, so you're still going to continue doing the ribbing to cut across your neck. So it's pretty much simple, just the same pattern. You see the way you've been at the end of the row, you've been making the last single crochet through both loops. Also do the same at the end of this row, just do single crochet on both loops, but in the middle is still through the back loop. So go ahead and build that, and then I'm going to show you what to do. So I went and created a long strap for this side, and at this point don't fix it yet. I'm going to show you how to fix it, as long as it's a strap that can crisscross on your back. So before we do that, before we do the final fixing, it's important that you make the other ribbing on this other side. Remember, we started this ribbing here, and this is the right side where you are touching your yarn. This is going to be the wrong side. So for this other side, do not start attaching your yarn over here, because it means that you will have the right side inside and the wrong side outside, and here you will have the right side outside and the wrong side on this other side. So both the two sides won't match. So to make sure that the two sides match, you will attach your yarn over here. This is where you're going to attach your yarn and chain 10, and then do the ribbing coming this way, and then once you're done, you're going to attach your yarn and build the strap going up. I hope that makes sense. So like I said, I attached my yarn on the top part, I chained 10, and then I worked on this ribbed part up to here. So now I'm just going to cut the yarn, and now we are going to build this strap over here to make it longer like this. So just grab your yarn and attach it. So remember, you're still maintaining your stitches. They were 9, or whichever the number of stitches you have. So through the back loop, continue working on the pattern. At the end of the row, go through the both loops, chain 1, turn in the first stitch through the both loops, and then the rest through the back loop at the end of the row through the both loops. So go ahead and build this, and then now I'm going to show you how to fix them on the back. So now I'm done, and I have my 2 strap over here, long enough to crisscross on the back. So you're going to cross them like this, and this will be attached onto this, and then this other side will also crisscross and be attached onto this. So we're going to attach it here. So once you've selected like your right side, make sure when you are attaching it, you attach it on the inner side like this, on the wrong side. so that when you flip it over, the right side will be on top. So I'll just go in and fix this. You can actually just use a darning needle to fix them, or alternatively you can just use a single crochet stitch to fix this. So I'll use single crochet to sew the two parts together. So per stitch, pass it over onto the other side, make a single crochet, pass onto the other side, single crochet. So once you've done the last one, chain 2 and tighten this, and then when you flip it over, you have the right side, and this over here is the wrong side. So now go ahead and also attach this other side. This is going to be the right side, sew it onto this side, and then you're done. So I hope you have something like this and this, like this. So now we're going to start doing the binding on the sides, and you're going to attach your yarn here. Attach your yarn here using single crochet, chain 1, and then make a single crochet inside that first row and tighten it. So now we're going to alternate single crochet and double crochet, the same pattern that we've been doing over here. So we have made our first single crochet. In the next row, make a double crochet. In the next row, make a single crochet. The next row, which is this one, make a double crochet. The next row, single crochet, and you're going to repeat this, binding it all around, even up to here. You're still going to do the same, and if you feel the need to bind, I think I'll bind up to this point over here, so that will take part, the back part. Once you've done the binding that you need on the back, now we're going to create the loops. So chain 1 and turn. Where you have the double crochet, make your first single crochet, and then chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you can chain depending on how wide you need the loop to be, and then skip 2 into the third one, make a single crochet in the next 3 stitches for a total of 4 single crochet to create that gap over there. Chain 5, skip 2, and then single crochet in the next 4 stitches. Repeat this until the end of the row. Once you get at the end of the row, chain 1 and turn, and now we are going to work into these loops. 5 double crochet in the chain 5 space, and then skip the next double crochet, and then single crochet, sorry, skip the next single crochet and then single crochet 3 times, single crochet in the loop again 5 times. Repeat this until you complete like this. Repeat this until you get here, and then you're going to chain 1 and cut off your yarn, and then the next thing you're going to do is to create a long string to enable you tie it through the back, and then weave in your ends, and you are done with this project.
So thank you so much for watching this tutorial until the end, and I can't wait to see your recreations. Please feel free to tag me on my Instagram page by Aoko, and see you in my next tutorial. Until next time, have a good time.